Hello students, this is the chapter biomolecules of class 11 and this is my part 1 of biomolecule. So this biomolecule is very important because when we see the structural organization in an organism, then we will find in this way. This is organism. When we take section or cut into many parts, then organ, system, then organ system again divided into organ. Then when organ is cut into part, that is tissue system, then tissue system when divided or cut into part, that is tissue. When tissue is again made into pieces, that is called cell, and when cell subpart is called the organelle, and the smallest part is the biomolecule. So this biomolecule comes from our food. So basically the food is the main source for biomolecules. So the important biomolecules which are the building block of our body, whether it is unicellular or multicellular organisms. So this includes carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and fats, lipids or oil and fats, nucleic acids, that is DNA, RNA, and vitamins, minerals and water. So as food we are taking all these things in different forms, and these are found as the complex one and need to be digested and produce the simplest structure, but these three no need for digestion, they are directly absorbed by the body. So basically these are the complex structure what we are taking. So carbohydrates after digestion converts into monosaccharides, proteins into amino acids, oils, fats into fatty acid and glycerol, and nucleic acid into nucleotides, and again they are subdivided into, that is nitrogenous base, pentose sugar and phosphoric acid. We will discuss in detail the structure of nucleic acid later on. So the important thing is that these are the biomolecules which are the building block of our body. So when we go or when we will move from simple to complex one, then first biomolecules by the biomolecules are building block, organelles form, then by organelles accumulation or organelles assemble, the cell is formed, and then cell aggregate to form tissue, tissue aggregate to form tissue system, tissue system forms the organ, and then the organ system, then the organisms. So now we will discuss first is that is your carbohydrates. So what is carbohydrates? So carbohydrates are the main food or the molecule provides energy to the body, and then this is named so because carbo means the carbon and hydrates means the hydroxyl group is there. So these are the molecule basically made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in the molecular formula, that is CH2O whole n. So carbohydrates are chemically, we can tell these are polysaccharides, and these polysaccharides, oligosaccharides, and monosaccharides. So this poly means many, saccharides means the sugar unit. So many sugar units, and these are the polymers. Oligo means few, saccharide means sugar units. It may be ranges 2 to 9 number of monosaccharide units, and monosaccharides, mono means one. The simplest sugar when hydrolyzed from polysaccharides or carbohydrate types of foods, the simplest one is monosaccharides, like your glucose, fructose, galactose. So these are the monosaccharide units. So we can discuss the monosaccharides. As that is your the carbon number varies from 3 to 7. So n varies 3 to 7. So the molecular formula, that is CH2O whole n. On the basis of this we can divide them into different types. So carbon number here, and then the name, then molecular formula, then aldo form and keto form. So the sugars are found in aldo form and keto form. Carbon number n is equal to 3. Name is triose. C3H6O3. Aldo form is called as glyceraldehyde, and keto form is dihydroxyacetone. We will discuss the structure also. Then N is equal to 4, that is tetrose. C4H8O4, this is erythrose, and this is erythrulose. And N, that is your 5, this is pentose, that is C5H10O5, that is ribose sugar, and this is ribulose. N is equal to 6, that is hexose. hexose, C6H12O6, that is glucose, and fructose. So all these have very important significant role, but when it is N is equal to 7, this is called haptose. Molecular formula C7H14O7, which includes your pseudohaptulose, which has very significant role in dark reaction. Dark reaction, it is found as a metabolic reactant products. So all these compounds, particularly we do find these are very important significant role in biological metabolic processes. So that is the triose structure is very simple, that is aldo form and keto form. So in aldo form we can draw the structure like this. This is the aldehyde group, this is OH, OH, H. So we have to always maintain the valency of carbon 4. And the keto form, that is you can draw the structure like this. In secondary carbon atom you have to add the ketone group, here hydroxyl. So this is your glyceraldehyde, and this is dihydroxyacetone, and when it is tetrose, you know that this triose, this is C3H6O3, tetrose C4H8O4. So C4H8O4, this is the tetrose molecular formula, and the structure is like this. Simply you have to add another carbon, and here CHO, OH, OH, OH. This is the structure of erythrose. And the keto form is OH, OH, and you have to add hydrogen here. So this is erythrulose. This molecule you can find in dark reaction of photosynthesis also. So here this is tetrose and this is triose. When you go on adding another carbon atom with the hydroxyl group, then again pentose and hexose and heptoses are subsequently formed. So the important biomolecule like pentose, that is your ribose and deoxyribose, because these are the building block of nucleotides. The name of the RNA comes from this ribonucleic acid, and DNA also deoxyribonucleic acid. So here the molecular formula is C5H10O5, and here C5H10O4. There is deficit of one oxygen atom in the second carbon atom. We will see the structure. The ribose structure is like this in cyclic form. This is HOH, HOH, OHH, and this is H, this is CH2OH. This is the first carbon atom, this is the second carbon atom, third carbon atom, this is 4 carbon atom, and this is the 5th carbon atom. So in deoxyribose structure you can see there is deficit of one oxygen atom in second carbon, so this is HOH and this is only HH is there. The removal is from this second carbon atom, OH, H, H, CH2, OH. So this is deoxyribose and this is ribose. This has very significant role in the structure of RNA ribose in RNA and deoxyribose in DNA. Then hexoses like glucose, then fructose and galactose, that is the hexoses monosaccharides, that is glucose C6H12O6. So the structure is like this. Here the oxygen is there, this is first carbon atom, this is second carbon atom, this is third, this is fourth, this is fifth carbon, and sixth is outside CH2OH. Here HOH, here HOH, OHH and HOH, and here H is there. So this is the glucose structure, and fructose is a ketohexose. This is the aldohexose, and fructose is the ketohexose. The structure is like this. This is CH2OH, OH. This is first carbon, second carbon. This is H, OH, third carbon, H, OH, and this is H, CH2, OH. So this is the structure of ketohexose, that is fructose, and galactose. This is also C6H12O6, and this is also C6H12O6, but here the structural arrangement of the hydroxyl group, particularly in beta position, here the alpha position is there. So here this is OH, H, H, OH, then H, OH, and here OH, H, and this is H, CH2, OH. So in this way there is arrangement of, particularly in galactose and glucose, this is the beta position, and this is the alpha position of hydroxyl group is there. So this is glucose, fructose and galactose, and they have very significant role in the formation of disaccharides. Then we will discuss the oligosaccharides, where the monosaccharide unit varies 2 to 9 numbers, when it is 2 disaccharide, when 3 trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide, like that. So very important disaccharides are, that is maltose, then your sucrose, then lactose. So these maltose are made up of glucose, plus glucose. When we hydrolyze the maltose, we will get the glucose and glucose. Sucrose, that is glucose plus fructose, and lactose is made up of glucose plus galactose. So this glucose structure, we can draw here the structure. This is H OH and this is CH2OH, H, and here HOH, then here HOH, HOH is there. So another glucose we can take here also, HOH, HOH, OH, and here HOH, CH2OH. So here what happens, basically this OH are present in alpha position. Here one water molecule is removed, and the oxygen left makes bridge between this is first carbon and this is the fourth carbon. So the bond is called as alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. And then in sucrose structure we can see here, this is the structure of glucose. I have already drawn this, HOH, and this is CH2OH, and then we can just rotate the fructose structure like this. Here this is CH2OH, this is the oxygen, and this is OH. That means this is first carbon, this is the second carbon, HOH, and HOH is there, and this is HCH2OH. If we number this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here what happens, this is also in alpha position. So here water molecule is removed, and the oxygen one left will make the bridge here. So this bond is called, this is the first carbon and this is second carbon of adjacent fructose. So this is alpha 1,2 glycosidic bond or linkage. Then this glucose and galactose, which is the lactose, this is the animal, it is the source is animal source. This sugar is animal source. Sucrose mainly found from cane sugar, and maltose, the hydrolyzed product of starch. So this lactose is the only the animal origin. So we can draw the structure here, and the bond found between glucose and galactose, HOH, then this is HCH2OH. So here what happens, this galactose, where the 1 and 4 positions, that is OH and HOH, and here OH and H, and here HCH2OH. So here this is alpha and here the beta position. So there is this type of bond is formed where this bond is called beta and this is this is the beta positions, and this is the fourth carbon atom, and this is the first carbon atom. So this is beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. So this is called lactose, sucrose, and this is maltose. So in this way this bond will attach together, and at the time of hydrolysis they releases the, so lactose after hydrolysis produce glucose galactose, sucrose produces glucose fructose, and maltose produces glucose and glucose. So now we will discuss the polysaccharides. Very important polysaccharides are starch, glycogen, cellulose, inulin, then we can discuss agar, vegetable gums, etc. So what are starch? Starch we can discuss. Starch is the plant reserve where the polymer of glucose are occurred in this way, and the bond found here in linear chain is alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond, what I have discussed earlier. And here the branching are found, and this branching bond is called alpha 1,6 glycosidic bond. So in this way you will find the branches are there having the glucose molecules, and this is polysaccharides, which means it contains large number of sugar unit, particularly glucose, and this is called starch, and this is the plant reserve, and glycogen is called animal starch, mainly stored inside the liver. Excess sugar gets stored inside the liver. This is the animal starch stored inside the liver, and there is similarities with that of your that is plant starch, but here it is more profusely branched. More profusely means what? In lesser space there is large number of sugar units are there, and here also the linear chains are formed by alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond, and branch are alpha 1,6 glycosidic bond. Then cellulose is very important structural polysaccharide, which is the important constituent of the cell wall constituent, and this cellulose are linear chain of glucose, where what happens, their arrangement is in such a manner, one and another, this is one glucose, another in inverted forms, so that they can forms the hydrogen bonding, and this hydrogen bonding makes it more tough. So what is hydrogen bonding? Particularly we can say in water molecules, this oxygen is electronegative, and hydrogens are electropositive. So when one water molecule comes nearer to another water molecules, there is this electronegative atom attracts or forms a weak interaction between adjacent hydrogen atom of adjacent molecule. This is called hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. So due to this hydrogen bonding, it gives the top structure, and these are the microfibrillar structure of cellulose, that is the linear chains of glucose molecules are there and they are cross bridged. And the chitin is very important structural polysaccharide which forms the exoskeleton in insects, and it is the repeating unit of the N-acetyl glucosamine. Repeated, and here also the structure is also arranged in linear fashion and they give the toughness to the exoskeleton. Then inulin is another polysaccharides mainly found in the tuberous root of dahlia. It is the constituent, or we can tell the building block is, that is fructose. And the agar are mainly derived from the red algae and utilized in microbiology lab for the giving the food for the culture medium, and they are very rich in D and L, dextrorotatory and levorotatory galactose. And vegetable gums are made up of four monosaccharides, mainly glucuronic acid, mannose, xylose and rhamnose. Another one we can also consider, that is your peptidoglycan, which is found in the bacterial cell wall structure, where it is heteropolymer containing NAG-NAM polymers, n numbers we can tell. So this is NAG stands for N-acetyl glucosamine, these are amino sugars, and N-acetyl muramic acids. So this is the all about the polysaccharides, and these are the important molecules which mainly appears in the exam, and basically we have to see how the starch and glycogen and cellulose, although they are made up of glucose molecule, but they give the different texture and strength. So this is all about your carbohydrates. In the next class we will discuss the proteins or polypeptides.